I'm going abroad next week with the family, so this will be the last video I do on the EU for at least 10 days. But maybe it won't. Who knows? As we go to the polls tomorrow to vote for our members of the European Parliament, I wanted to remind people just how the laws in the EU are passed. I will use a, for now, hypothetical example. The EU Commission, which is a group of 28 unelected bureaucrats, and by unelected, I mean that no one has ever voted for them or can ever vote for them, meaning they can never be held to account and never be removed from power. Well, this unelected group of patriotic Europeans are paid a fortune, pay hardly any tax, get pensions to die for, and have a massive expense account, all paid for by us of course, coughing up £53 million a day, while they decide what law they want to implement in the EU. So, say for example the Commission wanted to make it law that every family in the EU has to hand over its firstborn to the German royal family in Buckingham Palace, to be used in their annual satanic rituals. Well, this piece of legislation is first passed from the EU Commission to a secret group. So secret that we're not even allowed to know who sits within this group. This secret group, of course, passes every law the Commission throws their way. Next, the legislation goes to the EU Parliament. And as the Parliament is full of moral, upstanding people like Van Rompuy and Barroso, lovely chaps, they would of course vote this firstborn to the German royals legislation down. They would reject it. If this was the UK Parliament, this is where this legislation would end, but not with the EU. This firstborn to the German royals legislation goes back to the EU Commission, who then ratify the legislation, regardless of what the EU Parliament voted for. Next, this law goes as a diktat to the member countries who must comply and implement it, otherwise they're liable for millions of pounds in fines. In other words, the EU Parliament is 100% completely pointless, and it's completely ceremonial, as is democracy in the EU. There is none. It's dead. If you don't believe me, look it up. As I've said time and time again, UKIP aren't perfect, but at least they want us out of the EU, which means we would be able to have Britons governing Britons for the first time in years. Once we're out, we can start rebuilding what successive governments have purposely destroyed. Or maybe we won't.